1%. 1% of the population of the United States makes up for our entire military. And even less than that 1% makes up our great Navy. Very few people get to experience the Navy lifestyle, let alone see it with their very eyes. But I'm going to take you on board so you can step in our boots and see a deployment in our lifestyle through our eyes. I came on board the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower in August of 2020. They were just coming back from a 206-day deployment without hitting any ports due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And even though we only had a few short months to rest and prepare the ship for the next deployment, it was over before we knew it. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, we were out there on deployment again. I was having to get adjusted to my new job as well as my new lifestyle. The first adjustment was the rack. Now, it wasn't very spacious. In fact, you could barely fit on your side, but it got the job done. Then there was the space you were given to stow all of your personal belongings. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, it's not really a whole lot of space. That's why it's really important you pay attention in boot camp, because they teach you how to fold all of your personal belongings really efficiently. I have all kinds of stuff in my rack. Stuff like personal clothes, all of my uniform items, and even entertainment stuff like a Nintendo Switch and a laptop. You're even given an entire stand-up locker to store additional uniforms and other personal belongings. Your work center can even have additional storage space for you as well. Next was the bathrooms. Now, just like every other part of the ship, it needs to be cleaned several times a day. Sometimes we forget that the ship is 43 years old. She really needs to be taken care of. The ship is our home, and our duty and job as sailors is to take care of our home. As far as I was concerned, the Ike was good to me, and I was determined to be good to her. Now, of course, I can't forget about the food. That's the one thing everyone wonders. What is food like on a ship? They have something for just about everyone, whether you're on the meat lover side of things or even the vegan side of things. They even have desserts. Now, the desserts aren't always homemade, but they're not half bad.
Alright, this is your typical meal on the Ike. You got your pulled pork, you got the little sauce that goes with it, you got some beef chunk. It's actually pretty good. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's actually pretty good. And you got your veggies, and this is your typical meal on the Ike.
Then, of course, there was work. I work night shift. I'm an aviation ordnanceman. My current assignment is being a technician for Armament Weapons Support Equipment, or AWSE, as we call it. Things can get pretty challenging and difficult sometimes being cut off from the world. That's why we have games and all kinds of puzzles to pass the time. I don't really recommend the puzzles, though. They can get pretty frustrating. The ship has all kinds of places you can visit, like medical. There's everyone's favorite, dental. There's even a full post office. Mail days can get pretty crazy. The ship even has a store. This is the 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven has all kinds of stuff, whether it's cooked meals, chips, candy, drinks, even personal care products for guys and girls. And if the 7-Eleven doesn't have what you need, the ship's mall definitely will. The ship even has several gyms, one dedicated specifically for cardio and one dedicated for lifting. There's always something for all your personal fitness needs. Believe it or not, the ship even has a seaside gym for those who really enjoy the fresh air and taking in the sights. The ship even has its own take on a Starbucks for all you coffee enthusiasts and lovers out there. That's right, I said Starbucks. They have hot drinks, cold drinks, and even mixed drinks they've made their own recipes for. They have something for just about everyone. My favorite thing to get is a tornado. A tornado consists of dark chocolate, white chocolate, caramel. I like to add a little hazelnut for a twist, vanilla, cinnamon, and of course, you can't forget the most important part, the coffee. That's why we're here. Everyone's all about that coffee. Throw in some ice, and then finish it off with some milk. And that's it. You've got yourself a tornado. Customer service at its finest. Then there was the MWR. The MWR is run by a civilian we call the Fun Boss. They have all sorts of stuff. Video games, movies, board games, you name it. The Fun Boss also organizes and puts together all kinds of events for us to partake in to boost morale. Now, of course, I can't forget about the one thing everyone looks forward to on deployments, ports. One of the places we got to go to was Greece. And even though we had limited liberty due to the coronavirus, it was still amazing. Our Admiral and the rest of our command staff worked endlessly to ensure that we got to hit port. You're going to get to go to some amazing places, so make sure you get to experience their culture. I would definitely say one of the biggest things to do is just get out there and experience their food.
I've waited for this moment all my life. In Greece, about to eat a real gyro. Bucket list. Knock knock.
If you get the opportunity to go to the Middle East, definitely try the shawarma. It's actually really good. Make sure you get to see all kinds of things in the country that you're visiting. It's extremely important to remember when you're visiting all these other countries that you don't just represent yourself. You represent the United States and its Navy. It's really important you demonstrate good conduct and content of character. So get out there, see the world, and see things you expect to see, like the bluest water you'll ever see in your life. There's a lot of things to do and see on an aircraft carrier, but one of my favorite things to watch is definitely flight ops. Flight ops is the main mission of the aircraft carrier, which is to launch and recover aircraft. And always be on the lookout for things that you don't expect to see, like the amazing wildlife that's out there. You never know what your day is going to consist of. You're going to get to see a lot of things, as well as learn a lot of things. Things like the fact that smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. And out of all the things you learn, never forget the most important one, that the sky is the limit in the United States Navy. And make sure you never forget that moment and that sense of pride that you feel when you return home.